Liberty and justice for all.
Play ball.
Okay, I'd like to open up for public comments for any of the scholarship students or parents. If you'd like to come up and say a word, you're welcome to. Otherwise, we'll just move on with the agenda. You have 3 minutes if you'd like to speak. Okay, nobody's rushing forward, so we'll move forward with the presentation of our certificates. First of all, thank you all for coming this evening. Are you on? Yes. Okay. We're so happy you could join us tonight. It's our chance to recognize some of our outstanding residents and acknowledge your hard work and dedication to our community. For those of you who may not know, resident tax dollars are not used for the funding of these scholarships. Instead, this money is collected from Lake Zurich High School students who rent parking spaces over at Carnegie Park next to Ela Township's Highway Department, across from the school. So special thank you to the Highway Department for managing the parking lot, as well as the lottery drawing for these spaces. Stand up, Mike. Trustee DK chairs the Community Center Youth Committee with me, and Lori as well. So together we had the difficult decision of narrowing down our scholarship recipients from all those who submitted applications. We are so fortunate to have such an amazing group of young adults with a diverse interest. We can't wait to see where your future studies take you. So if Trustee DK would join me in the front, and we'll call your names, and if you come forward, we'll take a picture, and then at the end we'll take one group shot with all of us, and then the board as well. Do you want to join me in the front? Okay.
You're not in charge of youth no more? No?
Okay, so first we have Kaylee Faith Kid. Kaylee's going to be... Kaylee will be attending Hope College, and her major is elementary education.
Terrific.
Next we have Amelia Young. Amelia? Amelia is attending Indiana University. Her major is a bachelor's in speech and hearing sciences, with a moving on to graduate school to be a speech pathologist.
Yay. Terrific. Need more speech pathologists.
Okay, so that would be right here. Upside down.
I'm getting hers.
Oh, that's a good start. I thought I had them all in order. So does she have one now? Yeah.
That was the final test. Yeah.
Oh, she had two.
No, you're not.
Okay, I had these in order. I had them in order. I don't know what happened. Yeah, okay.
Well, you're special.
Did you find it? No?
That was a test.
Yeah, it's test, yeah.
Good.
She was.
This never happens.
I had. I don't know what happened. This one's
Okay,
out.
just lay them out open.
There. Okay. No, it's not here.
No.
It's not- Yeah, that's right. There's two here. Do they get stuck together?
Whatever,
We're
you
looking
still
for
get the
kids.
scholarship, so, okay, whatever.
This is not it? It's not it?
Yeah,
There it is. Melissa. Next, we have Melissa Kubin. Melissa's attending Central Michigan, and she's majoring in recreation, parks, and leisure services with a focus on outdoor and environmental recreation. Lindsay Schwab. Lindsay will be attending University of Illinois in biochemistry with her goal to be a small animal veterinarian. Kate Thompson. Kate's going to be attending Olivet Nazarene University and majoring in kinesiology with a concentration in physical therapy.
Yes. We have some great pediatric therapy centers in this area here that need OT, PT, and speech.
Next we have Armand. Armand will be attending Iowa State University with a major in electrical engineer with minors in German and computer science.
Wow.
Jocelyn, you're next. Jocelyn, okay. Thank you. Jocelyn's going to be majoring in history, and she'll go into teaching, and then after that, she wants to join the Marines.
Hoorah!
So all the candidates can come up with Julia Tovianis couldn't make it today. She's going to Marquette University with major in Doctor of Physical Therapy. Catherine Choi could not be here today. She is attending Rose Holman Institute of Technology, majoring in biomedical engineering. And Abigail Ekman will be going to University of Wisconsin-Whitewater with a major in physical education. You guys can all stand up.
Okay.
And if I can have all the students come up, so we can have a picture taken. Yeah. Put you all in the middle here. And we'll have one big shot, and you'll be in the newsletter next spring, or next fall.
Okay.
Put my arm around you, right?
Okay.
You're not offended?
No.
See my lens, or I can't see you.
Okay.
I think the front row is.
I am happy we got a boy.
You need to go on the other side of Tossie, Larry. Yep, so otherwise I
Oh, Kelsey, why don't you go to the end?
Okay.
There we go. Squeeze it in, kind of turn a little bit.
One more, that way it just looks odd if he's on the end.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Are we all in now?
Yeah.
One of us has got to be good. Thank you, Joel. That's yours. This one, that was the problem. On behalf of the board, congratulations to everybody. Best of luck to you as you continue your studies, and you are all free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, pick up some newsletters on the way out.
Yeah, and there's a history, a museum fair going on September 4th. That's, information's on the counter as well.
Bye.
We're here every Thursday, first Thursday, second Thursday. Thank
Julia.
you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, boy.
No, you don't have one.
That was, usually there's one or two that do it. Yeah.
Now you
Okay,
can go back.
next,
to
I'm going to
public
open up public comments for anybody else who's out in the audience, and you have 3 minutes. Sherry?
Or a total of 15. A total. Okay.
Right here by the podium, please, because the microphone's up there. It should be.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Next month, it will be 3 years since the idea for this project began. I first talked with Gloria about it on January 22nd, 2020. Now here we are, 903 days later. I should be happy that we are seemingly so close to approving the planting of a peace pole here, but my feelings are mixed. I had thought this would be a feel-good project, one that would draw our community closer. I expected all residents and community groups, organizations, and businesses to support the project, if not financially, at least in their hearts. Instead, it has magnified the divisions among us. Many residents welcome a peace pole here and strongly support it. But for some, peace poles stir up anger and hate. None of us who are members of the Friends of the Ela Peace Project could have anticipated that peace would encounter opposition. Almost all peace poles are inscribed with the universal peace pole message, may peace prevail on earth. Almost always the message is inscribed in several languages. Our design for the Ela Peace Pole includes the words for peace in each of the more than 60 languages spoken here to show inclusivity and to celebrate the diversity of our community. In many ways, it will be typical of the more than 200,000 peace poles that have been planted on every continent and in over 180 countries. Peace is not controversial. We haven't come across a single person who is opposed to peace. But because our peace pole's design includes languages other than English, we have been called left-wing propagandists. We have been accused of being partisan because apparently diversity is viewed as being political. We have been told that although we tout peace, we are doing the opposite because we are including every language spoken here on our peace pole. One resident suggested we install a small wood pole with just the word peace on it. Then he hurriedly added the word for peace would have to be in English. He then said, then everybody would be happy. In an effort to thwart the project, a complaint was lodged that our stainless steel peace pole would attract lightning and could potentially become a dangerous lightning rod. The Village of Lake Zurich agreed and has insisted on lightning protection for the peace pole, even though this requirement is not part of the village's building code and seemingly does not apply to every metal streetlight, flagpole, and baseball field light near Ela Park, all of which are taller. We have made plans to provide the now required lightning protection, but the peace pole has become a metaphorical lightning rod in our community regarding racism, and we don't know if we will be able to protect it from the hate that will be directed its way. While discussing the peace pole with one resident, he told me he isn't racist. He just wants to make sure the community remains more than 50% white because he doesn't want to lose his white power. Yes, he really felt completely comfortable telling me that. I guess his fear is that the Ela Peace Pole may make everyone mistakenly presume that they are welcome here. While discussing the languages on the peace pole, one Lake Zurich businessman said he supposed we wouldn't be celebrating his white privilege. He, as a white man who speaks English, failed to see that he is part of the diversity celebrated on the peace pole, not set apart from it. Another resident suggested we put the peace pole project on hold. She said we should wait. Wait for what? She explained that people were just too upset about George Floyd, and we should wait until people had a chance to calm down. I said the people to whom she was referring weren't upset about George Floyd having been murdered. They were upset that there had been protests. I said Dr. Martin Luther King was told to wait, told the time wasn't right, that if he were alive today, he would be told the time still is not right, that he should wait a little bit longer. The time would never be right. Is the time right for a peace pole here? More than one person in the community has told me that the community does not deserve a peace pole. At this very moment, the peace pole is in production. We raised enough money to create and install it. We committed to finishing this project, and we will do so one way or another. If we install a peace pole here, it must be in the location we specified, at Ela Park, where our peace pole coming soon banner stood for several months. Just today, a donor said a new location would be a deal breaker for her. I assume that means she would expect a refund of her money. I doubt she is the only donor who would feel this way. Before I close, I would like to share a story. A few years ago, I was on a tour of the Capitol building in Montgomery, Alabama. The tour guide was an elderly black man. At the end of the tour, he said 49 years earlier, he had been a part of a walk from Selma to the Capitol in Montgomery with the hope of securing voting rights for blacks. Ever since that day has come to be known as Bloody Sunday. He did not say a word about what that day was like for him. But we know and have seen photos of what happened that day, how those peacefully walking were met on the Edmund Pettus Bridge by police on horses who violently beat them with clubs and sprayed them with tear gas. Our tour guide didn't share with us the violence and the horrors he went through that day, Instead, he invited us, a group of white tourists, to return the following year to walk across the bridge with him on the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. Although he didn't share his experiences of Bloody Sunday with us, what I will never forget is that he instead chose to tell us about the night before. He said his family supported his decision to join the walk. However, his family anticipated the impending violence and invited all his friends and relatives to come together to say goodbye to him. They were fully prepared for him to be killed. Of course, they didn't want him to die, but they had been told to wait for far too long. They were willing to sacrifice him, and he was willing to sacrifice himself to secure voting rights for blacks. When he finished his story, a woman on the tour broke down crying and told him she was sorry. She admitted that her ancestors had once owned slaves. The shame of her ancestors was a great burden for her. The tour guide compassionately said no apologies were necessary, that she hadn't been a slave owner. I share this story for two reasons. It demonstrates a man and his family who stood up for what was right and stared fear, hate, and death in the face. They can be an example for each of us. The story also shows that the decisions we make may not haunt only us, but our descendants as well. Tonight, decisions will be made. Will this board give approval to have a peace pole installed at Ela Park, or will it acquiesce to racists? However you vote will be your legacy. I hope your vote will give you peace and your descendants a sense of pride. Tonight's vote will also be forever a part of the history of Ela Township. Your votes are no longer about a poll. They are much more important than that. Your votes will align you either with racists who say they are offended by the representation on our peace poll of all the languages spoken here by our diverse community, or you will choose to align with those who embrace each and every resident equally. Thank you.
Any other public comments? Okay, we will continue on with business and we'll have that discussion shortly. Next, approval of board meeting minutes from June 9th, 2022. Can we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions, changes? Lucy, will you call the vote, please?
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Wilhite?
Yes.
Trustee Ufordike?
Yes.
Trustee Sights?
Yes.
And Supervisor Pombley?
Yes. Next, I need a motion to accept the following committee meeting minutes. Committee of the Whole from June 29th. Community Center Committee from June 24th. Communication Committee from June 28th. And Park Committee 5/17.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions, changes? Hearing none, Lucy, will you call the roll, please?
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Ufordike?
Yes.
Trustee Wilhite?
Yes.
Trustee Sights?
Yes.
And Supervisor Pombley?
Yes. Next is the approval of the board audit from June 7th, 2022 to July 11th, 2022. Lucy, will you read the board audit, please?
Okay. Total general town fund, $69,973. General assistance, $0. Total general road fund, $14,715.58. Total permanent road fund, $23,365.46. Total park maintenance, $35,810.40. Total cemetery fund, $0. Total payroll, $149,182.38. Total funds for the month, $292,173.55.
Okay, can I have a motion to accept the board audit as read?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Okay, hearing none, Lucy, will you call the roll, please?
Trustee Sights?
Yes.
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Supervisor Pombley?
Yes?
Trustee for DK
Yes.
and trustee Wilhite.
Yes.
Okay, next, monthly updates from elected officials and department heads. We'll start with the assessor.
The Chief County Assessor's Office has some issues with printing the notices because of ballots coming first. So far, the tentative date for the Ela Township numbers to be published will be on August 11th, with the final date of filing of an appeal with the Board of Review will be September 12th of 2022. The field tablets are up and running, and they are now being used as field work is being done. They can now map the permit locations and use those to draw and verify and take pictures, automatically updating the computer system so that it's real time. We can check to see what kind of work they've done. If they do call and say, what are your guys doing here? We can just bring it up and see what they've documented in our system. As of June 30th, 2022, we had 382 open permits that we are keeping track of. 59 permits are for brand-new single-family homes, just starting to go out and check on the foundations and whatever they have done as of then.
Great. It's also come to our attention that because of the tablets, we don't have enough speed, is it? Speed?
We found out that
Bandwidth,
there's not
something.
enough internet speed with Comcast, so we're having issues with the
Them
spinning
working
wheel.
properly? Yeah. So
So-
we're checking into that and checking costs and see what we need to do to get that organized, so, and that it's working properly, so. Any questions for Penny? Anybody? Okay, thank you. Okay, next, we'll go to youth and senior.
Okay, so, on the senior end of things, the biggest news is we have a chef.
I didn't hear it.
We have a
We have a
chef.
chef. We have a chef.
Really?
His name is Corey Pilkington. He has had a couple years out of culinary school. He has a 4-year degree in it, and had then had some restaurant experience. His official start day was Monday, and lunches begin again on this coming Monday. We had a lunch and learn this past Tuesday. He did a great job. So
He is doing the shopping too?
he's doing everything.
Okay,
And the menu planner, yes.
So
Yes.
good.
it's a lovely moment.
She's
One
smiling, can you
One
tell?
that I am thoroughly enjoying. We're working on, so the October, November, December newsletter will go out to the entire township. And so he is working on the menus for 3 months of October, November, December, in addition to August, September. He's already halfway through, so it's great. We will be opening in October, November, December, staying open until 7 p.m. again. So we are working on adjusting staff hours and bringing back programming that was in the evenings, looking for exercise instructors because the ones that we had are no longer available still. But the residents have spoken and they are definitely ready to have our evening hours back. So we will have them back. The staff has been awesome. Everyone has been stepping in everywhere and anywhere. And for instance, today, as a matter of fact, Jim, the assistant director, was at camp all day and spent his day at Paulus Park at the beach. He's been a little bit out of practice from camp. I suspect he's probably sleeping already.
All that fresh air.
All that fresh air, 48 kids and water will do it to you.
Oh, my God, yes.
But it's been going great. The camp staff, as I've mentioned many times, has been phenomenal. And we are actively looking for school-age childcare for the upcoming school year. We have made the decision in the last several days that we will not be able to go forward with Teen Club, our program that's collaborative with the Y and typically the district, because we don't have the busing for Middle School South. It's just not realistic to try and shuffle things and get staffing, especially now that the high school is not getting out until late, almost 4 o'clock. That makes it virtually impossible to, at this point, find staffing that can be at the Y by 2:30, because the middle school kids get out 2:20. So, we are going to be meeting with the district and aiming towards second semester if it's going to happen. And I would say at that point, if it doesn't happen, then it's just not a program that's meant to be. We are, like I said, getting ready for the school year with the youth department. Joe has been actively, we've edited and refreshed the job descriptions for the youth staff and have been posting that. It'll go to Jessica tomorrow to put on our website as well as our Facebook page, and we've already sent it to the schools, so.
Okay.
We have a concert on the patio tomorrow night. Woo-hoo, and then.
You have what?
Concert
Concert on the patio. And then next month, we will be having our fish boil. Any and all are welcome to come help, as we typically have a pretty good crowd for that.
You got wine tomorrow night?
Do I have freckles? Is that what you said? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Wine?
Of course we
You have
do.
to sign up, Lucy.
I know that.
Okay.
I can get there, I can't get back home.
Okay.
I'll give you a ride. Yes, we do. Chris O'Brien, who actually is at the Breezewell Park Pavilion quite often, and in Wakanda at a few different venues. We brought in some fresh blood.
Did you ever think of contacting our scholarship award winners this year for doing spring break, for summer break next year?
I actually just recruited the young lady that is looking at majoring in outdoor
Leisure and
leisure.
activities.
Yeah.
Recreation?
So I've already
I was
given.
just thinking a letter to all of them, you know, saying that this is available to you and we look for people next year, just to, you know, they are kind of, we've helped them, maybe they could help us. I mean, it's a paid, right?
Right, for sure. And it's, but more pressing for us right now is this school year, which they'll be gone.
Right, but, you know,
Yeah.
just keeping their names on for next year.
Absolutely, yeah. I have no crumbs in
Yeah,
soliciting all
maybe
of
a
that.
January project.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Any questions for youth and senior? Anybody?
No, great job.
All right.
Awesome, congratulations.
On a side note, as the community programs director and somebody is on that Ela Peace project, I am slightly disappointed to hear that you're not still considering the community center, because I think that it's emblematic of what community is, but I understand your stance and support whatever you guys decide to do.
Okay,
I didn't hear that at all.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we'll have highway.
The 39 golfer, 39. You're gonna put that on your shirt.
Killing me, Lucy.
What did you say?
You're killing me.
Oh, she's killing me too, don't worry. Guess what? All in
After-
favor? Yeah. No.
After conducting multiple interviews and having several no-shows, we have decided on hiring Skylar Paglialong as our new highway maintainer. Skylar comes to us with several years of experience in equipment operation and snow removal. His start date is January 11th, and he has been here 4 days. I've had him on the excavator already, and he's done a wonderful job. So we are excited to have another employee finally on board. Definitely can use him. I have an update on our road resurfacing for this year. As of July 1st, binder and surface have been placed in all of Forest Lake subdivision. Binder has been placed in all of Echo Lake subdivision, with surface applied in Echo Lake with the exception of North High Ridge Drive between South Lakewood and North Lakewood Lane. That is due to the ongoing material shortage and the local 150 issues that they're having.
So why is it that we were able to get ours and you couldn't get yours? Asphalt. for our
So whoever the
parking lot.
supplier is, I mean,
Yeah, it
Oh.
just depends.
they
on-
contract out on that
Depends who
stuff.
they're
and-
okay.
Yes.
All right.
Just bring some.
The 38 by 38 concrete pad has been poured at Knox Park for the fitness court. I'm pretty sure everybody saw the size of that monster.
We did.
I'd like to thank the Village of Lake Zurich for lending us 3 of their concrete finishers for the day. And I'd also like to thank my entire staff for the hard work they put in on this project. We couldn't have done it without any of them.
I was there to watch them, and it was truly amazing.
Yeah.
They really, everybody was hands-on and sharing the load. It was awesome.
It turned out very well.
It did, it looks great. Thank you.
Any questions?
No, but I think you should buy your staff pizza one day.
I already did.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, good.
It's done.
You're ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Good idea, Luz.
Okay, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Okay, health and wellness.
All right. So we are doing okay. We're trying to stay healthy. I just returned after having COVID, and unfortunately, our administrative coordinator now has COVID. I did not give it to her. It was not for me, though. I waited my time. So I'm just going to kind of jump right down to personnel because that's kind of our biggest thing right now. We are still looking for a full-time clinician, and now we are looking for a part-time administrative coordinator because Emily has decided to stay home with her baby. Yeah, so we are looking for someone to come in on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have had a lot of applicants, so I have reached out to them with next steps and kind of waiting back. So I'm hoping next week I can start doing some interviews with part-time administrative coordinators. Both jobs are on Indeed, LinkedIn, Facebook, and the township website. We are still doing great with referrals despite a lot of people being on vacation. But because a lot of people are on vacation, you know, in the summer, we are postponing our grief group until the fall begins. I think it's kind of a better idea.
Plus you're short-staffed, which doesn't help
And we're
either.
short-staffed, which does not help. I did notice that there is a typo. We are looking at doing a caregivers support group, and I put cares givers, so I apologize for that. On an up note, the charity knit has donated almost 2,000 items just this year since January. Yeah, so a lot of them have gone to local organizations, but they have also spread out throughout Illinois, which I think is great. And we are also working with Lake Zurich Police Department to do Shop with a Cop. They haven't done it in 2 years. They want to bring it back. So we're looking for 20 kids ages 8 to 13 to do that in December. So that's going to be a good thing.
It's a fun thing.
That's going to be a fun and positive thing. So yeah, those are kind of the,
Was there any uptick with what happened in Highland Park at the
No.
July 4th?
and actually,
No?
it's more of the adults and the parents who are having issues. A lot of the kids, what they're reporting is a lot of the kids knew what to do, and the parents are the ones that froze. And it's because the kids are the ones that they practice it in schools, and the parents don't practice it. So the kids are all telling the parents, we gotta do this. So the kids are actually, they're managing better.
I was just talking to someone yesterday, that there was a couple of Lake Zurich kids in the parade, that parade. And they came home and the fireworks set them off that night.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, I
So,
can imagine.
Just was wondering if you got any calls about it.
I have not. I do know that they have been asking for volunteers, for mental health volunteers, to go to Highland Park, and there has been a lot of support and volunteers of
Sure,
people
I
that
was
are
just
going.
wondering.
Yeah.
Someone asked me.
I know, it's just,
Okay,
they're
wonderful.
crazy. So, anybody have any other questions?
Any questions, anybody? No? All right, thank you. All right, Clerk Proudy, anything to report?
No?
Trustee Bowman?
Nothing, our next park meeting is Tuesday morning, 8:30.
Okay. Trustee Wilhite?
We didn't meet last month. Our next meeting is August 5th at 8:30 with Health and Wellness.
Okay, Trustee Felique?
Our next meeting with community is September 23rd, I think.
Okay, anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Trustee Sykes?
Congratulations to our scholarship winners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our next Howie Community meeting is scheduled for August 22nd right now.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I did want to mention, sorry, the 4th of July parade. I think, I want to thank Gloria and Larry drove the bus and trustee Will Hart was there, and it was such a fun, just to see the residents and just to celebrate 4th of July. It was really nice, so.
Especially since it was 2 years since we've had one, I think, so it was kind of nice to see everybody.
Thank you for putting that.
Yeah.
doing all
What
that.
time?
Drove the bus.
8:05.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
8:05, it's on the page, and it's on the
Okay.
agenda. It's 8:30.
All right, and the only thing I have
Oh,
is,
good.
we received word today that they're ready to come out and install the fitness court. Our concrete pad, it will be set in July 26th, it'll be 30 days, I believe, and they want to come out the week of July 25th to start installing it. I'm not sure how long they're going to be here yet, we're waiting for confirmation on that. So we have to organize between the highway department, bringing the equipment over here for them to install. So the installers want 50% deposit, which I'll be writing a check for, so they can come out here and do that. And then I also attended the Metro meeting yesterday at Elk Grove Township, and due to the passing of Senate Bill 3789, they will be having a Zoom meeting on August 17th, which I will plan to attend. It's regarding efficiencies in township government, and we have to fill out a
Every 5 years, I saw that.
10
10.
years. Yeah, we have, the first year we have to complete this whole project and we have to get 2 residents to participate, and we all have to participate in this, this study or whatever.
By the 28th of next year.
We have to fill out this whole report, file it with the county, and then we have to do it again in 10 years.
I believe it's all local government bodies.
Not municipalities.
Not in that one?
No.
No.
There was another bill that, I think there was a different bill that passed.
It has to do, I think, school districts, consolidated school districts
Yeah.
maybe, and townships, but it is not municipalities or cities or villages. Yeah. So, not sure what they're gonna do with that information, but
It's just meant to be a review of
Transparency.
services and
Transparency.
to see if there's anything duplicative, anything that our government, our units of government could cut back costs by sharing services or consolidation.
so, that's all I have for my report. So we'll move on to, the resolution. I need a motion to approve Resolution 2022-07, adopting a whistleblower protection policy for Ela Township.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Lucy, will you call the roll?
Got my things messed up. Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Sides?
Yes.
Trustee Ufordike?
Yes.
Trustee Wilhite?
Yes.
Supervisor Cromwell?
Yes. And then next is, I need a motion to approve the whistleblower protection policy. Before we motion, I just want to advise everybody that I know back at the COW meeting, we had discussed making the auditing official the department head and then, and/or the township manager, and then it goes to the state's attorney's office. And after reviewing the policy and reaching out to other townships, I thought that it would be a better fit to just make it the township manager. I think the responsibilities often department heads is, not that they can't handle it, but I think it's just overwhelming with what could be involved, and the time involved. So I think it'd be best if we just make it the township manager
Township manager and
and then state's attorney.
if-
Yeah, if it involves the township manager or he's unavailable. Right. So that's how it's worded in the policy now. I just wanted you to know that I changed it based on what I've learned in the last 2 weeks since the COW.
Motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Any other questions? Okay, Lucy will call the roll, please.
Get this all messed up here. Just a minute. Yep, okay. Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Sides?
Yes.
Trustee Ufordike?
Yes.
Trustee Wilhite? Supervisor Cromwell?
Yes. And after approving those 2 things, then we will begin creating a document with a procedure for employees to submit, procedures to handle that situation should it arise. And so Alex and I will start working on that. I did get some samples from other townships that we'll use as a guide, and we'll go from there. Okay? Because they have nothing from TOI to help me on that. So, okay, next is the peace poll discussion. I had it in the agenda as a peace poll discussion based on our prior meetings with Sherry and Susan and Pam Self over at the community center. We've also met downtown at Ela Park with the Village of Lake Zurich when they were out there to survey the area and ask questions that had come up in the permit process. We also had representative from the Lions Club was there, and he gave their opinions. And so technically, I had this in here as peaceful discussion, thinking we were going to have a conversation on making a decision on the correct location. But based on the idea or what you spoke today, I'm assuming there is no discussion to have as far as that goes. You're sticking with the original plan and the permits as submitted to the Village of Lake Zurich, is that correct?
It is because
Could you speak up a little bit? I'm sorry.
Well, maybe you should come up here to answer questions, just so it's recorded. Sorry, Sherry, but this is Sherry Gullo, in case anybody doesn't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we wanted to stick with the original location because we found out today, one of our Friends of the Peace Project spoke with a donor. The donor said, if it's not on Main Street, you know, I'm not down with that. I won't, and I think they'll want their money back. And we
Okay.
have just barely enough money to do this.
Correct.
So even if like maybe 10% of the people want their money back, we'd have to start fundraising just to get, you know, refund their money.
Right.
Which it's been such a struggle to raise funds, because some people are saying it's controversial, that I just can't see us being able to get the money, more money. And I wanted to say one more thing, though. I don't think it's the majority of the people here who are the haters. I think they're just maybe more vocal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I hope.
Well, we've already heard that, you know, the Lions Club aren't exactly, well, I shouldn't say the whole Lions Club, but there's a few people that might be more outspoken than others that are not necessarily in favor of it. Being
Because,
there for whatever reason. We don't.
because of the carnival going in there.
Well, that and other things.
So what does it have to do with it?
Well, because they use the whole park.
Because they set up all the rides and stuff there. That's why they don't want the peace pole.
Or a pole
They're,
that
they're
takes
not,
you
they're
6
not
feet?
setting it up anything where the pole is.
No, because there's too many trees and stuff.
And as a matter of context, just to share what you had mentioned earlier,
I did
we
tell you
did
the Ferris
vote
wheel's there.
No.
2.5 years ago to
Support it.
endorse the project and
Yep.
allow it to be on township property. So we have taken a public vote here that this can go on township property. And I realize that there's a couple new members here that would not have taken a vote at that time.
Right,
but-
they weren't, they.
You-
all
were not on the
weren't
board
the
then.
same
Yeah,
board.
just in reference, we can't vote on it tonight, but we have voted in the past, and I'm not gonna speak for anyone up here, but as far as I know, we're all in support of the project being completed.
Yes,
So-
we,
Okay.
There were
All members-
stipulations in reference to that vote, the funding, and the money had to be there to construct it. I mean, all the
Right,
basics that you would do on any
The work of the Peace Pole
construction.
project to.
Right.
To bring it to fruition.
Right.
But that we would provide the township space for it, and we endorse the project being placed on township property, so.
we did.
So where does it stand in the permit processing with Lake Zurich right now?
Well, because we were going back and forth on locations, we kind of just stopped for a few minutes because I didn't want the electrician to do any more work, you know, on the Ela Park site, and if we were going to move it, because he's volunteering his time.
So it's on hold with Lake Zurich.
We just kind of stopped trying to get it through because in order to try to get all the information for them, it would have been on the Ela Park, you know,
You had a no
location, and we
location.
didn't want to like.
Yeah.
be
Well,
doing
Spend
double
time.
work.
Based on what Joel just said,
Mhm.
they voted and then you have the support of the board, so you can go forward now.
Well, I was confused because when I was there, it was at a cow meeting. Is that the ones that are during the day?
Yes.
Okay, and the board nodded, but no one ever voted when
Well,
I
it-
was.
Because
So
you can't
just
vote at a
as
cow
a
meeting.
clarifying point, so we don't vote at cow meetings, that's
Right.
only for discussion. However,
Okay.
after we had our discussions at our town meeting, we did it at a later meeting and vote to approve the project.
Oh, no one ever
So-
told us.
Oh, okay.
So
We
we're,
apologize for the confusion. So, I mean, a vote did take place.
Okay,
that-
that's great to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
You
No
can
one
have
ever
a
informed us.
consensus, you cannot vote at a committee meeting.
Okay,
But they consented.
okay.
where do you
Say
stand?
you didn't know that.
I did
Now
not
you
know that
it's
it was
been voted
official.
on.
No, I
Yes,
never
so,
knew
I mean,
it was
we did
official.
vote to endorse the project. Everyone on the
Okay.
board at the time did.
I don't recommend it.
All right. We just,
No, it's
We
not,
wanted-
it was,
Couldn't find it.
no, but it was discussed.
Oh, wait, sorry.
But the caveats on going forward with this, in any permitting process in any municipality, when you submit for permits, funding is an important part of the application. I'm sorry.
they haven't asked us
Why would you vote if they're
the
going back to
funding.
Lake Zurich?
I'll wait to this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Guys,
there's so
got too many
sites.
conversations
Yeah,
going on.
so,
Okay.
Sherry, before we even go into that, I'm sorry.
8,000.
So Sherry, sorry, they're having
No,
a
that's-
conversation, because just like Joel said, they voted, I think Gloria said we didn't.
I
So
can't
we
I thought
find
we
it.
did.
I can't find a vote.
But you were in agreement because
But
you
we
can't
were all in
vote
agreement and
the
we all were in a
county.
consensus at the
You
town
all
meeting to move
agreed.
forward that we would support this
Yes.
project.
You
Yes.
consent.
And at the time, we agreed to the property being in downtown Lake Zurich. We did. That I know. I have that in record,
And
And
I
then
know
it's
it-
recorded in the county meeting.
town meeting minutes.
Okay, so we don't have a board meeting vote, but it's recorded. Okay.
Correct.
Consensus, all consensus.
Yes.
And I did say at that meeting, and I know you found it in the notes, that we did not want 1 cent from the township. We wanted to do it
That was in the minutes as well.
on our own.
We were giving you the property or the location, but because of the residents paying for this, pay our taxes, we weren't gonna put any money into it. We
Right.
could all do it individually, but not as a township, correct?
So my question is, how much of the funds do you have for the total project? Are you,
We have enough to fund the peace pole and the pedestal on which it will sit. And we might have like a couple $100 extra.
so what about
So
the
it
installation?
won't look like this, is what I'm saying. It'll be just strictly the peace pole.
Just the pole.
So
because-
it'll be
So you
like
have-
this, right? Isn't that what's on the current website, right?
That's the drawings I've seen
Yes.
here.
Right, and then we have
And-
the model.
Yes, yeah.
They're a primitive
But-
model.
So in your submittal to the village, you're saying that you have 100% of the funds to go ahead with purchasing and installing and doing everything per the permit process. You have all the funds for all that.
They have never even asked us
They
that,
don't
but
ask for
yes,
that.
we do.
They have to.
They didn't.
It
They
wasn't on
don't
the
have to ask.
application.
She said it's not on that.
They want to know if it's funded because they don't want something to be permitted and started and never
They
completed.
didn't ask, that's not been a part of the questions
It's not
at
on
all.
Wow.
The only thing they're questioning is now is they want to make sure that, elevations were a question?
Elevations were questioned by the Lions Club. They were worried about how much
Drainage.
water was going to shed from this 18-inch base
Well,
and the
they
patio
thought it was
around
gonna be more like this, with a
And the
huge
patio.
concrete thing, so they were worried about water runoff. And then the lightning pole thing still has to be addressed. You found somebody?
Shane, that owns Electrical Options, has volunteered his services to install the peace pole and the light, run the electric from the peace pole to the museum. And I found out through a lightning protection company, they told me exactly what he needs to do it, and he said he will ground it to the light and it will be safe.
Okay.
So we already have that part figured out, and that's not costing us any money because Electrical Options is providing that.
So based on all this information, the permit is currently in the Village of Lake Zurich, pending whatever questions they had. I think they had 3 that we had to respond to. If we're still moving, and I guess we're still moving forward with this project, we all have consensus that we're okay with Ela Park having the spot, then they can respond to the permit tomorrow and they can be moving forward with
We
it.
will.
Move forward.
All right.
Right?
Thank you.
Okay,
Bring peace to Lake Zurich, right?
Go forth in peace.
please. I appreciate all you guys coming today.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your time. Pardon? Oh, you're welcome. Well, good luck.
And peace to all of you.
Yes,
Yes, thank you.
Okay, could I introduce everyone?
Yes,
of course. Yep.
And where they live.
This would not have happened without this team of women, and Pam Self, who could not be here tonight, she designed the pole, she's a co-founder with me. She sends her regrets, she really wanted to be here. First I'll introduce Kathy McCauley. She's been in charge of our social media. She also pulled together the amazing Ukraine Peace Vigil,
Oh,
which
yeah.
just was lovely, and everyone's been telling me how much they appreciated it, so.
Where do you, could you
Yeah,
tell
where do
where
you
people
live?
live? Is
Where do
Lake
you
Zurich?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
oh,
excellent, excellent.
just wondering.
Okay, Marcia Marshall, she created and manages our website.
used to live in Long Grove.
Yeah, I remember you from the Long Grove meetings.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
And she's like updates everything instantly, and it's just been wonderful. And Alicia Tim.
Laser, Lions Drive.
And Alicia had set up our GoFundMe page, which helped us get rolling with our fundraising, which I never would have been able to figure out. So, thank you. And Wendy Connolly has been an avid supporter, and her son Logan was a helper at the peace vigil, handing out Ukraine flags for us. And Susan Dillon.
We know Susan.
I'm so disappointed.
I still want to do a peace poll there after this.
After this.
All right, 'cause I was like, project.
All right. And where do you live?
I live in Laser, right in Little Grove.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
And of course, Gloria. who is
Everybody knows who
unwavering
me.
And been so supportive through this whole thing, which has been like a roller coaster.
yes, it has.
We thought, like I said, it was gonna be a feel-good project, and it has been fraught with just a lot of really tough people to deal with, so we really appreciate it.
It's
And
unfortunate.
Will helped us so much before he left.
That's
Just
right.
keep us posted on what's, going
He
on.
will.
Yeah, we're excited. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So you can move forward with completing the permit.
Okay.
You all signed in though, right?
Yes, they all signed
And
it.
you,
Thank you.
and put,
What is your expected installation date? So
Oh, September. We want to put it up on September 21st, International Day of Peace.
Correct?
The fabricator in West Chicago is working on it right now. And he doesn't see a
September
problem with
21st.
getting it done by then.
September 21st?
Yep.
September 21st.
and put PP next to your name, please. Peace poll. Okay,
I will do that.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, one other thing.
Yes.
We've been discussing, once we pull this off, we would like to get a sister pole in Highland Park and give it to them. So,
Wow, that'll be great.
and Susan will be yours.
We just moved down a notch.
I'm starting mine tomorrow.
Okay.
Sherry, are the schools putting them there?
The schools were supposed to be putting them up back.
Their own, right?
Yeah, but I don't know what happened to that project. I think it got killed because of COVID.
A lot of things did.
I have a 9-year-old in Israel. He was hoping for that to be.
Thank you for coming.
All right, everybody, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Bye. Okay, next on the agenda, we have Daniel Lesus Architects. Enclosed in our packet are new architectural drawings based on our discussion at the committee of the whole meeting for the second floor emergency exit at Town Hall. So, if we could just take a look at them, I hope you all did. Anybody have any questions or
No, they look great. They look like
continue to move forward with it?
Yep.
So then I need a motion
Motion
to accept.
to accept.
I lost my page, I'm sorry. Motion to accept or approve the architectural drawings for the second floor emergency exit at Town Hall.
And do you have a Pacific one marked?
Specific one, there's only one.
The only one? Good.
There's only one.
I need a second,
Just clarify, we're doing just the gate at the bottom, right?
Yes, yes,
and a gate at the top too, I thought.
yes.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
gate's on, I can't remember, is the gate at the bottom maybe like a half height or a full height?
Looking at the drawing, where did I see it?
Did anybody second this?
I think we only have a first.
I'll second, so we can discuss.
I thought it was only a half gate,
Yeah, I'm looking at,
but no, you're right though, maybe not. It only looks like it's a half.
it looks like a house. You see it?
But I know we had that discussion.
Well, it better be something I can get my leg over.
You know what? No, we're not picking her up. We are not picking her
Come on,
up.
I did lose a pound, come on. Right.
That's what she's hoping for. Those young, strapping young men, yes. I thought it was only a half.
That is something.
What now?
I'm fine with
Okay.
only.
Our fire
Half?
department went up and went in the funeral of, we have a fireman, his father passed away, and they went to Johnsburg, and they were in the funeral procession, all our fire trucks.
That's nice.
Somebody
That's nice.
sent it to me, I thought it was nice.
I thought it was only a half gate.
I'm fine with it only being a half gate, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Because we were talking about people.
We were
I know.
talking about
Either
many
way.
different
Yeah.
headlines.
I will confirm it, but are you okay with it either way?
I'm fine with it either way.
Either way?
You
Okay.
know, and then we'll,
But we did talk about it.
I know we did.
yeah,
So just
once we
confirm
get it
what
up,
it
and
is.
if
Yeah.
we find that there is an issue, then we'll
You
address it
said we
down the
could
road.
always do a different one if we didn't like
Right.
it.
That's right.
Okay, so we have a motion?
And a
And
second.
who seconded?
Joe's.
Okay, fine, then can we call the roll,
Okay.
please?
Trustee Wilhite.
Yes.
Trustee Sights.
Yes.
Trustee Bowman.
Yes.
Trustee U4DK.
Yes.
And Supervisor Pombat.
Yes. Any reason to go into executive session?
Not for me.
Anyone? Okay, great. Then can we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Miss and Larry, who's second? Sights?
Yeah.
And I have 8:01.
How's that new culvert out in front of your house?
Thanks,
You're
everybody.
gonna vote on it, Jenny?